This is an antivirus. And this is a battle axe. That right there is what it's like playing this game.
Antivirus Survivors 2003 Professional is a roguelike top-down game that released in... Wait a minute. It hasn't been released according to the Steam page for the game.
That's right, this game is actually supposed to release in the first quarter of 2026, and what I'm playing is the playtest, kind of like what I did with Royalty Free-for-All.
Which means you should not take my review as seriously as the others, as this game is still in development, and a lot of the features are still not in the game yet.
A good example is the first menu of the game, with upgrades, stats, personalization, and settings not being able to be selected.
So, a lot of complaints that I have with this game will probably be changed when it fully releases. And oh boy, do I have a bunch of complaints. But we'll get to that in a second. We have to get to the good stuff first.
Of course, we have to talk about the aesthetics. It is heavily inspired by Windows XP, which I love, and the gameplay is a lot like Vampire Survivors, as there's constant enemies, and you upgrade after gaining a level. And that's where the similarities end, as this game has a really huge gimmick. That being, there's icons that you have to click on that do different things, like Vapor, which gets rid of every enemy that's on screen, or the DLL and BAT files, which gets you extra XP and coins. And there's even a few icons that automatically upgrade the stuff that you have, like the installers, but the only way to use the installer is to generate a key, or LemWire, which upgrades your weapons, but also has a huge chance to fail. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here, and even some of the starter weapons I like the ideas of, like the firewall being an actual firewall, the quarantine literally scanning your cursor, or the AVD logo, which is completely fucking useless.
Overall, the game looks awesome, and I like how the name is a reference to the best software known to mankind, Microsoft Office Student and Teacher Edition 2003. But the problem is there's a bunch of negatives, and I wanted to like this game ever since I saw the trailer, but god damn, man.
And I love roguelikes, like Vampire Survivors or Rogue Legacy, but this game just doesn't hit it. One of the biggest issues is that when you take damage, you can just count on the fact you're never getting that health back. Because even though there's these health checks, they only give you 1 point of health per heart, and these health checks give you like 3 to 5 hearts, while the enemies do fucking 10 damage.
And there is no, like, environment to get items, because the entire gimmick of the game is clicking on the icons. And so, really, the only chance that you have to get health is through health checks, and there's only like 1 or 2 in every level, and after you beat a round.
Like, look at this part. I left the level with 2 HP, and the health check took me up to 6.
This game has some of the most dog-shit balancing issues, but don't worry,
as the shop will be able to take my 6 HP to 22. Also, the starting weapons are fucking useless. Firewall, Quarantine, and Search all revolve around you being close to the enemies. AVD logo and Pinball just bounce around the fucking screen, not doing shit. And Cut is the only one that's actually worth a damn, because it's the closest to a normal goddamn weapon. Now, why am I being so hard on the starting weapons? Because none of them kill the first fucking enemy with 1 hit. So it immediately says, which one do you want? Cut or Firewall, since they're the only ones that actually do anything fast enough.
Now, those 2 complaints might actually get fixed when the full game releases, because remember, the upgrades are grayed out in the menu, so maybe they'll make it so health checks give more health, or the starting weapons aren't fucking useless.
But as of right now, it is incredibly difficult to stay alive, especially when you get to the end of the level and need to get to the safe folder while there's 1,000 fucking enemies spawning.
And then you have another problem with this game, and that is it's slow as hell, and there's shit constantly stopping you.
When I say slow, I don't mean the movement speed. Yeah, your cursor is incredibly slow, but I have zero problem with it being that speed. I'm talking about the game needing to pause every, 5 seconds, because there's, 4 icons that pause the game, and all of them upgrade you, so you're gonna need those upgrades. So you're gonna be sitting there, waiting, constantly, Luckily, it's only for like a few seconds, but it builds once you're on like the 5th big wave.
Now, I know Vampire Survivors also had this issue where if you got a bunch of gems really fast, it was just constant upgrade screen, upgrade screen, upgrade screen. But the thing is, the only time you were really waiting for one of these screens is if you got like a treasure chest or something.
While in this game, 2 of the icons take like a good 5 seconds to get through, big wave in the installer, and they're all over the goddamn place.
Wow, you really dislike this game.
I wish I didn't. I can see the appeal of it, I love how it looks, but with this game being damn near impossible in this playtest, I just don't see any hope with it. Hopefully, when the full game releases, those upgrades from the main menu will actually make the game playable, especially for people like me who are super used to games like Vampire Survivors. And I know I keep referencing Vampire Survivors, but it's literally the closest example I can think of that isn't fucking Megabonk.
So overall, I like this game, especially how it looks. But the problem is the gameplay. It's just too fucking annoying. But with some time, you could get really good at it.
Like with my run, where I chose the fucking pinball of all weapons, making it to level 4 out of 5.
And these games will always do that. Like, when you choose the shittiest weapon, you always get, like, super far in the game for some reason. It's like the game feels bad for you. It's like, oh, he chose the worst weapon in the game. Fuck it, make it to the second to last round.
Yeah, I would feel bad if you chose the weapon that doesn't even hit the enemies.
The pinball wasn't even that bad of a weapon, strangely enough. It was fast, and since it bounces around the entire screen, it hits multiple enemies.
But I thought you said it sucked.
I was just doing that to hurt the pinball's feelings. So overall, I like this game, especially how it looks, but the problem is the gameplay is fucking obnoxious.
You have low battery. Let's pause your fucking recording.
I fucking hate iPhone. Don't buy an iPhone.